Another body recovered near scene of capsized sand dredger. Malaysia reaping the benefits of NTP's success. Good afternoon, you're watching News on 2 with me, Annette Christie. The team involved in the operation to rescue crew members of the sand dredging vessel JBB Rongchang 8 that capsized on Wednesday has recovered a body near the scene.
A Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency spokesman said the remains were taken to the Parit Jawa Fishermen's Jetty in a marine police boat before being received by a medic team from Sultanah Fatimah Specialist Hospital at 8:15 last night. The victim has yet to be identified. The vessel capsized about 12 nautical miles from Tanjung Tohor here with 18 crew aboard, including 17 foreigners. One died, while 5 have been rescued. 2 of them were found in the engine room at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. respectively yesterday. According to the spokesman, the search and rescue operation would continue for other victims who were possibly still trapped inside the vessel.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak last night launched the National Transformation Programme NTP Annual Report 2017 for the people to assess the effectiveness of the government in implementing a comprehensive development programme for all segments of society.
Determined for Malaysia to have a brighter future in line with the 2015 National Transformation Vision, the Prime Minister said Malaysia has achieved considerable success from policies implemented by the government through NTP and the Infra Rakyat development, which has strengthened the country. He added that for Malaysia to be respected globally, it needs to be competitive successfully at home as well as internationally.
Reform kita, transformasi kita, meletakkan asas yang lebih kokoh kepada ekonomi keseluruhannya telah membuahkan hasil. Kita telah menentukan kadar inflasi yang rendah. Kita telah dapat menyediakan peluang pekerjaan yang begitu banyak sekali.
Concluding his speech, Datuk Seri Najib called on all Malaysians to strengthen their resolve and work together to bring the nation forward.
Later, during a dialogue in conjunction with the NTP annual report launch, Datuk Seri Najib reiterated that claims Malaysia is heading for bankruptcy are baseless. Elaborating further, he said the national debt ratio is currently 50.8% of gross domestic product GDP, compared to the highest debt level recorded of 103.4% of GDP in 1986.
Kalau kita nak lihat hutang negara lain, umpamanya sekarang ni Jepun 240% daripada GDP, Amerika Syarikat 108%, Singapura 111%, UK 89%. Jadi kalau ikut pada hukum akal logiknya, negara-negara ini patut muflis lebih dulu pada Malaysia, bukan kita.
Datuk Seri Najib said the Malaysian economy's bright prospects has been validated by global institutions along with major credit rating agencies, reaffirming the nation's rating within the A band, which assures a stable outlook. The Premier claimed that other nations are more likely to go bankrupt first, including Japan with 240% GDP and Singapore at 111%, thus leaving bankruptcy claims on Malaysia unjustifiable.
Meanwhile, President and CEO of Pemandu Associates Sdn Bhd, Datuk Seri Idris Jalil, said Malaysia has achieved good progress towards achieving a high-income nation status. In addition, he said that the NTP, which was launched since 2010, aims to drive Malaysia out of the middle-income trap.
We are on track towards achieving our high-income status. And to the question about the government debt, the Prime Minister made it very clear that our government debt is at 50.8% of GDP. That is a lot less than many other countries.
Datuk Sri Idris commented that the gross national income GNI per capita has reached 9,660 ringgit in 2017, while the total GNI recorded last year stood at 1.32 trillion ringgit. Adding that he is optimistic that Malaysia is on the verge of great change.
The Kereta Api Tanah Melayu Berhad KTMB Pink Coach, which was specially allocated for female passengers using the transport services introduced 8 years ago, has failed to serve its purpose. The women-only coach, which promised safety for women passengers, have constantly been invaded by disrespectful male passengers, with cases such as outrage of modesty and verbal disputes when women ask men to obey the rules and leave the coach. In regards to the issue, the Malaysian Women Unity Association, PERWIM, has urged the government to enact a special law enabling action to be taken against men who abuse the coach policy. PERWIM Chairman Emma Suhaili Shukur said it is crucial that men complied with the regulations, thus preventing male passengers from harassing female passengers. She also proposed that KTMB Assembly increase the installation of emergency bells in commuter coaches to enable women passengers facing any unwanted advances to receive immediate assistance. She said PERWIM is always ready to cooperate with KTMB to conduct an awareness campaign to educate the public on the ethical use of the pink women-only coach. Meanwhile, Deputy Transport Minister Dato' Abdul Aziz Kaprawi said the government was in talks to amend the relevant regulations, allowing action to be taken against men who enter the women-only coach. Still ahead, gunman shot dead after killing 3. Stay with us. Brilliant Triestina Selle Italia's Luca Pacchioni recorded his third victory of 2018 with a Stage 6 win at Le Tour de Langkawi, while Russian Artem Evershin looks to have built up an unsellable overload lead.
A twisting finish in the final half-kilometre gave Italian Pacchioni all the opportunity he needed to take a Stage 6 win and pick up his third victory of the season after a short, rainy 108.5-kilometre stage from the base of the Cameron Highlands to the flatlands of Tanjung Malin. Pacchioni took advantage of a brief respite from the field to take the line over two-time stage winner Ricardo Menali Astana, Muhammad Harif Saleh Terengganu cycling team, and all-time leading Langkawi stage winner Andrea Guardini.
This race this year is very important for the team, and I hope to win all
Recently signed Terengganu TSG rider Artem Ivichkin, who claimed the yellow leader's jersey after winning the Queen stage on Thursday, remains atop the general classification and a comp standing with a seemingly unassailable 32-second lead over his nearest rival with 2 sprint stages remaining. Australians Benjamin Dybel, St George Continental and Harry Sweeney Mitchelton Bike Exchange are second and third overall, with the latter being 59 seconds down, just 1 second ahead of Eritrean Emmanuel Gebrehizaiba, Dimension Data, and 6 over Yevgeny Gidich-Astana of Kazakhstan.
This afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, another body recovered near scene of capsized Seine dredger. On that note, join us again at 7 tonight for more updates. Till then, I'm Annette Christie. Thanks for watching.